brother Obi. You are into them. You want their endorsement. Have you asked yourself pertinent questions? Are they into you the way you are into them? No matter how you try to romance, pampa alamajiri, all these northerners, Hausa people, including the Yorubas, elites, the Yoruba elites, when it's time, they will take the presidency and give it to the highest bidder. You do not need the elite to make you the president of Nigeria. If really Nigeria is working, you need the masses. Because the masses, now them they go vote for election. But
yes, people have been criticizing Peter Obi for congratulating Yakubu Gowon. People have been saying all sorts of things, telling me why must he congratulate him. That somebody that killed millions of people in the Biafran land, this is the same person that you are congratulating. That he congratulated him because of his political interests. That shows that he is a betrayer to the Indibo. That shows that he never recognized the blood which Yakubu Gowon shared in the Igbo land. This lady said that Peter Obi should stop playing with Alamajiris, that you should stop petting them, that you don't pet Alamajiris, you don't pet Yorubas, that whenever the time comes, they'll still give the presidency to whosoever they want to give it. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please do go to subscribe and also like my channel. Thanks.
I want to advise Peter Obi before I move to the subject of the day. Obi, my brother, Obi one name, stop romancing northerners. Stop pampering Aboki. They know they pamper them. They know they romance them. I know you are competent enough to be the president of Nigeria. And you need the endorsement of this elite. Maybe that is why you are trying to be friends with Yakubu Gowon and all those Ibrahim Babangida. My beloved brother Obi, you are into them. You want their endorsement. Have you asked yourself pertinent questions? Are they into you the way you are into them? No matter how you try to romance, pampa alamajiri, all these northerners, Hausa people, including the Yorubas, elites, the Yoruba elites, when it's time, they will take the presidency and give it to the highest bidder. You do not need the elite to make you the president of Nigeria. If really Nigeria is working, you need the masses. Because the masses, now them they go vote for election. But because there is no Nigeria, that is why you people need all those people who have destroyed Nigeria. That is why you need their endorsement, you need their encouragement, and you need maybe their elder statesmanship talk for you to be in Asorok. Obi, you see Yakubu Gowon, we will never forgive him in this life. Before we can even forgive Gowon, we will not. I don't want to put condition. Even if Yakubu Gowon carry rope, put for his neck, hang am for fan. Even if Yakubu Gowon okugo no do now, we will still not forgive him. Even if Yakubu Gowon comes out, you know, to say, okay, I want to lay down my life for the Igbos for doing this to them, we will not forgive him. But will he do it? He will not. So that feelings we have for him is permanent and it will move from generation to generation. Obi one name, no, they pamper them. They never liked you. They will not start liking you now. Anaha maaka bananka. One name, anaha maaka bananka. Nigeria is darker than you can imagine. Thank you for joining me today once again. Peter Obi has explained why he celebrated General Yakubu Gowon, the genocidist and the war criminal, at 90. He explained in details. He said that he believes in forgiveness, and if you cannot forgive one another, it will be difficult for you to move forward. That is what Peter Obi explained. He explained it detail by detail, and I'm going to read it out for you and also say what I feel about his explanation. Please, I want you to join me to read what Peter Obi said, or what he explained. Why I congratulated General Yakubu Gowon at 90 by Peter Obi. My felicitation with the Nigerian's former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, on his 90th birthday anniversary, which was celebrated by a cross-section of Nigerians, has been received with mixed feelings by some Nigerians, and some have expressed their sentiments publicly and privately to me. I share in some of them, and I feel that as a leader in the vanguard of providing direction for our country to shift base away from our shortcomings, including the issues that caused our avoidable cruel civil war, I needed to show to the world that the ultimate heroism is forgiving the enemy and moving forward. Indisputably, the darkest part of our 64-year journey as a nation is the 30 months of civil war from 1967 to 1970. And God Almighty, whose way is not our way, must have a reason why he kept the chief persecutor of the war, who is General Yakubu Gowon, alive to be 90 years today, and the man who saw the end of the war, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, to be there at 87 years, spearheading all moves to see a reconciled and just Nigeria. There was also a developing spirit why the same country, Nigeria, gave the Biafra leader Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu a heroic national burial on 2nd March 2012, when he joined his ancestors, coincidentally under my tenure as the governor of Anambra State. The status of the burial given to Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu remains the boldest indication to the world that Nigeria as a country is disposed to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation. There are various ways human beings can respond to acts of evil, especially one that claimed millions of lives. One is the tragedy of revenge, and another offers the hope of forgiveness in an attempt to forget. The latter confirms neatly with the template I adopted in greeting General Yakubu Gowon at 90 years old. In all my dealings with human beings, I try to be guided by my faith as a Christian in a strong message preached by Jesus Christ himself and underscored in reflection in St. Paul's letter to the Colossians 3:13. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And to Ephesians chapter 4:31 to 32. Get rid of bitterness, rage, and anger, blowing and slander, along with every form of malice. Whatever reason I will give for joining the rest of Nigeria to greet General Yakubu Gowon may never truly conform with some persons, especially direct victims of the war. But anger, hurt, and bitterness are the commonest response to cruelty. It fuels sectarianism. It leads to resistance and avoidable blood feuds that we are witnessing across the globe and even in our country, and it does not abate. There is something about forgiveness. It sets the person doing it free. Forgiveness is more a process than an instinct. It is hate that has put our society, blessed by God, to be the greatest land in the black world down. But this hate has to stop. I was under 10 years old when the Nigeria-Biafra war started in 1967. Most of my supporters across the country joining me to get a new Nigeria were born after the war, and I didn't feel I should drag them back to the dark side of our history by being unforgiving. I feel such an act will derail the message of a new Nigeria that we insist is possible. Must you greet him? Why didn't you keep quiet? Some angrily ask me, or some angrily say to me. But that will still be injurious to our nation, to our journey to a new Nigeria, where all political vices, including but not limited to ethnic, religion, bitterness, and regional segregation, are limited. Various personal experiences of victims of injustice across the globe who have chosen to put ugly things behind them visibly demonstrate the transformative power of forgiveness in healing personal and collective wounds. With these explanations, I like to admonish all those angered by my greetings to the elder statesman to bear with me and join me in this mission to create a country where hate, unforgiving spirits, and other vices will give way for justice. What Nigeria needs badly and urgently to survive going forward is good governance, which can only germinate and grow in true peace and presence of justice. Thanks, and God bless you. P.O. Peter Obi. Okay. I believe all of you have read the explanation Peter Obi gave and why he celebrated General Yakubu Gowon on his 90th birthday anniversary. First, I will have to tell him thank you for coming out to explain in the first place. Because they were drawing him left, right, and center like I passed my neighbor generator. Oga, come out, come explain what you mean by this. So thank you for coming out to explain to us. But what do I feel about this explanation? I don't feel good. Yes, I don't. From all the things he wrote, one thing is certain, or in summary, he has forgiven Yakubu Gowon and Peter Obi has moved on. He is interested in building a new Nigeria. His focus is the future, not the past. What about us? How do we feel? I will not say because you want to build a new Nigeria or because you want to carve a new Nigeria for Nigerians, I will forget what happened to my people. I insist, I will not forget. Neither will I forgive. And I believe that you will not forget nor forgive. I want us to see it in this way. Peter Obi wants us to forgive, go on and move on. Has Yakubu Gowon realized his mistake and even come out to publicly apologize for being a bastard and a genocidist? If Yakubu Gowon was remorseful, he is still alive. The Ojukwu he fought the war with is no longer here. Gowon is expected that Gowon will come out, make a public speech, apologize to the Igbos, and take the blame for the war. I take the blame. I'm the one that caused it. I had agreement with Ojukwu, and I'm the one that disappointed Ojukwu. I am sorry. I wasn't supposed to take my troops and come to the east and do what I did. Gowon is still alive. If Gowon is not a born bastard, that is what is expected Gowon to do. So why will I forgive someone that has not even changed from what I know him for many years ago? Was that why they removed the curriculum from secondary schools? That is why they removed history from school curriculum. They remove it. They don't want our children to know what happened. They don't want your children to know what happened. They don't want our children to be the ones who are still going to born to know what happened. That is why you cannot see history. History, they did not remove it. They threw it inside the Atlantic Ocean. They don't want anybody to hear that this is what happened. That means they are hiding something. Peter Obi, you want to build new Nigeria with Hausa, Yoruba, Tifi, Igala, Ishekiri, Urobo, Bini, every tribe in Nigeria. So you don't want to start acting like a regional president, somebody that is going to be interested in only his people. Because of that, the question is, if what happened to the Igbos happened to Yoruba and Hausa, will their leader come out to say, that person that caused that and that Igbo man that did that thing to us, I will celebrate him? Is it what a Yoruba man or Hausa man would do? There is another thing I expect Peter Obi to do. Even though Gowon is not apologetic and he is not regretting what he did, he wish he had done more. Peter Obi, I expect you to even delete that tweet. Delete it, and also publicly. I want make it. When I was reading it, I wasn't reading emotions. I wasn't reading somebody that the thing touch. Because according to what Peter Obi said, he has moved on. And from what I read, he has actually moved on because the tweet did not touch me. This explanation, it did not really touch me. Like, I felt what happened. And that is why I expected much. I expected much from what Peter Obi explained than what I read. Gowon is not regretting what he did. If he is, how old is he? 90. Bata, he go still stay up to 70 years for this world. Will he still stay up to 50 years? Now he's supposed to do what? He's supposed to come out to take the blame for what he did to the Igbos. After the Civil War, they said they introduced the 3 R's. Rehabilitation, reintegration, and reconciliation. How many have they done? None. Have they reconciled with the Igbos? No. Have they reconstructed? Reconstruction is there? No. What about rehabilitation? They are still saying that we are 10th class citizens. If you see cow, see goat, see dog, before you start counting Igbo man. A northerner see Igbo, see a cow, values a cow and a monkey before he start valuing an Igbo man. Yoruba person, the same thing. So where is the reconciliation, reintegration, and reconstruction? No, none of them happened. Nigeria still despise Igbos. That is why most of the people, I just don't want to go far. If you go to Port Harcourt, if you go to some areas, they will tell you that we are not Igbos. These are originally Igbo people, but after the war, they made them to see Igbos as their enemy. They made some of our people to run away from where they originally come from because of the hate they instigated in them. Now, Igbo man, now be the problem. Don't align yourself with the Igbos. Most of them go to Port Harcourt after the Civil War. They refuse to give Igbo people their houses and their lands. They pursue them out. They have been segregating the Igbos up till date. Obi, my brother, you see this pamper, this romance, they know they do it for Nigeria. Like I said, we love you. We like you. That is why we look like we support you. We believe that inside all the candidates, now you still get head. Now you still make sense. But I am telling you, the pamper, Azikiwe pampered them. Azikiwe tried to be friends with them. They still throw Azikiwe away. The pamper, they love everything you are doing. Yakubu Gowon does not deserve it. Yakubu Gowon does not deserve this loyalty. I'm telling you the truth, whether you are president today or not, what they feel about the Igbo still remain there. The hatred is still there. So, all I am asking is, our elders must be speaking truth, irrespective of what you stand to gain, for what you stand to lose for not speaking the truth. It is better you speak the truth and lose everything than you speak lie and gain everything. I stand for speaking the truth and losing everything. I stand for speaking the truth and losing everything than speaking lie and gaining everything. That is where I stand. So Peter Obi, Nigeria does not recognize Igbo man. Nigeria does not love Igbo people. And it is clear, you know this truth. If it is not true, if what I'm saying is lie, you couldn't have won an election and they will give it to a Yoruba man because they know that you are the one that won the election. They rigged it in the favor of a Yoruba man, and that is the same thing they might likely do in 2027. I don't want to go further. Just because I have soft spots for Peter Obi, that is why I feel very bad. I feel so hot. I wish the person that did this thing is maybe Okorocha, Ojus Okalu, what's his name? David Umahi. I wish it's other Igbo people that did this. Oh, I for really, it's not that I'm holding anything, no, but it's hurting me deeply. This explanation is hurting me. Everything is hurting me. I'm having mixed feelings. I don't even know how I feel right now, but thank you for watching.
When the voice of the land, Lord, call for justice every night. It's in Nigeria.